Welcome to another edition of Motor Age, the Trainer, very special edition of the Trainer. This time I'm hanging out with some of the guys from the 6th Vehicle Readiness, 6th Vehicle Logistics Readiness Wing. Right? No. All right. I'm not military. We'll let these guys tell you.
We're the 6th Logistics Readiness Squadron with the Vehicle Maintenance Flight here at MacDill Airforce Base.
There we go. So, no, if you're going to get it right, go to the experts. And that's one of the reasons that we went to the guys at Redline for today's topic. They're experts in the use of smoke detection for finding a variety of problems, and these guys have a variety of problems to find. So after we do a little brief introduction on how this particular piece of equipment works, we're going to cut these guys loose and see what kind of uses they can find for it here in the huge but nice facility they have here at the MacDill Airforce Base in Tampa. Smoke to test the evaporative emission systems on vehicles like the F-150 in the background there for quite some time. And some techs got kind of creative looking for intake and exhaust leaks by making little homemade smoke versions. But the guys at Redline said, you know, the heavy duty guys don't have any real equipment to use. You guys use a lot of heavy duty diesel applications here. And even the gas guys, when they want to check something that requires maybe a little more pressure, a lot more volume, like filling an exhaust or filling an intake system. So they came up with PowerSmoke Pro. That's what this unit is here. For exhaust leaks, intake leaks, wind seals, major type of cooling system leaks. We're going to try quite a few. Very briefly, the way the tool works, you have a smoke fill here in the back. We've already gone ahead and taken care of the smoke fill. Some of the basic controls on the front. Pressure regulator, you can actually adjust this up to 20 psi. So if you want to check, say, a turbocharged intercooler system, you have the extra pressure to do that. But make sure you adjust it down to fit the requirement that you're going to use. For example, if you use an exhaust system or basic intake system, you don't really need that kind of pressure. So we can adjust the pressure here. We have a pressure gauge, flow meter like you're used to seeing, and then a smoke flow gauge. We've already got it primed up. So we'll just give you an idea of what that looks like. Here's the smoke volume. We're going to go ahead and hit the button to get the smoke flow started. It's like a 10-minute cycle. Then we can adjust that flow of smoke. And notice again, it's under pressure. So it's going to take a lot less time to fill up something huge, you know, like the exhaust system. Again, this is what originally designed for heavy-duty systems, you know, the big tractor, Class A tractors and such. But we can use it on anything that runs on gas or diesel in your own shop. So we're going to a couple things here I have to make sure I mention. There are a variety of adapters available. If you're already familiar with Redline's products, they have the bladder system to seal off the intakes. These are again designed for more heavy duty usage, but we can seal off intakes. We can seal off the exhaust system. You guys work on heavy duty, got those big stacks. You can actually put that right in the stack. Got the little safety ring there to keep you from losing it in the exhaust. Fill that up, seal the system off, and then fill that with smoke. A magic wand. If you want to check the wind seals, or in the case of the Hummer that we're going to be playing with a little bit later on, get up underneath and check the doghouse seals. We can send concentrated smoke there. And there's a cat there that's holding our cooling system tester, so that we can also use this to detect drain all the coolant out. We can pump smoke into the cooling system.
Yeah, you got to drop that big
Well, the ring is around, but it's going to keep it dropping all the way through. The other one has a tag, the loop chain around the pocket.
Now, hang on, wait one thing. Do we have to control this pressure going into the bladder? Oh, you got that.
This is the feeder.
That's all, yeah.
And the other, the Schrader, is just a standard Schrader. So and you know where it's going out.
That's good.
Okay, so now that's sealed. Okay, we got to put that. So we have to put air to the machine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Make sure we don't go stomping over And guys, you want to remember this can run on battery power or AC power. You just have to make sure that on the back you change the selector switch to indicate where your power source is coming from for the machine to operate properly. Now that you've got your bladder in, you can hook up your hose to it. Well, first we're going to make sure we got good smoke flow. So we have our pressure set to 10 psi. We can adjust that if need be. Go ahead and hit the button. And we are flowing. So now you have to explain to me, guys, you're a lot more familiar with this vehicle than I am. This plumbing, that's the intake, the air intake. So now it's going to flow through the filter, down into the intake.
Come out.
Yeah. To recirculate the hot air. Finding smoke?
Yep.
Hey, guess what? We found some smoke. So where's that coming from?
That's all.
Breather lines off the intake manifold for the compressor.
Now, I'm not enhanced. Now, again, I know a little bit about diesels. I don't claim to be a diesel expert, but it would seem to me that anything that's going to allow unfiltered air into the engine is a bad thing, right?
Right, yes.
What you guys call it, dusting a diesel?
Yeah.
Is that the term? So, especially now, maybe not so much in the environment that we have down here, but for where you guys are at, I mean, desert scenarios, I can see where that would be a major issue to put this thing down on the side of the road somewhere in the middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
So here you did what? How long did it take us to hook up and find that?
95 minutes.
All right. So if you're having a vehicle that comes in just for a checkup, if you want to call it whatever you guys do in your routine service, do you think that would be a good idea maybe to throw that in?
Especially our older ones, because our Humvees are getting old. We got older, especially our heavy duty diesels, forklifts, stuff like that.
And we can also verify when you're done. Is that the only one? Because a lot of times, like AC, I know a lot of times AC systems, you fix one, you get the big one, but you just the pinhole leak because the big one was leaking so much. You get that fixed. One of the things that we talked about now, if you look inside, like a lot of us used to with the vans, we have the doghouse there that's covering the back end of the engine compartment. Well, this vehicle is the same. The doghouse, and we don't want any fumes, dirt, whatever else, to come in through that doghouse seals to get into the cabin where the occupants are. So we have this magic wand. Okay, it's just it's like you see on a vacuum cleaner, right? You can extend it for whatever length you need. We've got a special tip on there to concentrate the stream, just give you an idea of what it's going to look like. So now, what we can do is we can push that smoke in from the outside in the engine compartment around the doghouse while someone's inside. Wait, you go ahead. Someone's inside looking for smoke to appear in the cabin.
You guys make sure there's no smoke in the cabin. Good? All right, sealed nice and tight.
You want to check for wind leaks or noise around the door seals. You're going to make sure the wind is rolled up. What we do is we're going to turn the blower inside the cabin on high. That's going to create a positive pressure inside. Okay. We'll take the little diffuser tip out because we want more of a smoke plume. And what we're going to do is now we're going to put smoke around the seals. And look for the, don't get too close, bring back a little bit. What you're going to look for is the disturbance around that smoke, like air, of course, blowing it out if there's a leak. I'm going to get out the way a bit here.
So pretty much if there was a leak coming out of the seal, the smoke pretty much fluttered.
It would. It would. And not just for the door seals, the glass seals, the windshield, anything that's supposed to be able to seal that cabin. Let's just giggles, just so you can see what it's going to look like.
Check it out.
Once you see the difference in the plume,
Yeah.
once that air has escaped from inside. So it makes it very easy, a lot easier to find as compared to when you smoke.
It's a good tool when we see stuff downtown. Go work.
You see the difference now, Tom? Guinea pig. We're going to go ahead and try the coolant adjustment on it, or the coolant test on it. And we didn't drain the system, which is okay. I'm just trying to get a feel for what the capabilities of this machine is. During the short break we had here, we were kind of discussing some other applications that these men might need to apply it to. And one was checking for fuel seals. Well, of course, the compressed air, probably not a good idea. But I think it might be possible to adapt either a CO2 or nitrogen source, to the machine so that you could use it for fuel, for AC system testing. You just have to remember that you check that pressure setting, that you don't use too much pressure in the system. Another benefit that when you're looking at your cooling system test, you're filling up with smoke, don't forget that you have the flow meter and the pressure gauge on there is telling you what your system's doing. If that pressure is building up equal to the pressure you have it set for, do you think that might indicate that there's no leak?
Yeah.
Yes. Right? Yes, everybody says, well, I don't know what he said, but yes. We'll say yes. And if you didn't see any pressure building, or you saw the flow keep continuing, then that might indicate that, yeah, there is a loss in the system, and this might be a good way to find it. Turn the smoke on. Again, we want to regulate the pressure. While these guys are checking here, you can raise it up. We can check for leaks in the exhaust line. I'll open the tailpipe forward. Now, I mean, you guys who do drivability, especially on the gasoline engines, and even on the newer diesels, with all the sensors that are in the exhaust to monitor the NOx and the other emissions, urea injection now on a lot of the newer diesels, if any of that stuff's leaking, that's not good. Well, everything gets plugged into the exhaust, and now we can check it with the smoke here in the exhaust. Oxygen sensors aren't going to read right if there's an outside oxygen source getting to the sensor that's not supposed to be there. Flex tubing, great place for leaks that you can't see easily. All of the shielding around the exhaust system that you can't see easily without taking